there, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And today we're going to talk about the energy of the Sun in Cancer, which for you is in your 8th house of transformation. Woohoo! Big doings for you. You have 2 eclipses coming up in this. Well, so we have the I can't even talk. Spirit's like all over this already. Okay, so we have on the 21st, we have in your 8th house of transformation of Cancer at 0 degrees of Cancer, we have an eclipse. And that is a new moon eclipse. Is about pulling your energy in and getting ready to nurture and care for the seeds of intention that you're planting, right? And then in Capricorn, on the 5th of July, there's another eclipse for you. That'll be in your 2nd house of what you value. And so that's self-esteem, self-value, self-worth. And then another new moon, only not an eclipse, happening on the 20th of July. So lots going on there. You just had that eclipse that happened in Sagittarius on June 5th. You guys are getting, like, what I just saw was like a boat in a ball of water being sloshed around. Like changes are happening big time. And then for the next 18 months, the South Node is in Sagittarius. And so you have eclipses coming up, 2 more this year. You have one, oh gosh, I want to say like the end of November, like around the 30th, there is an eclipse, a full moon eclipse in Scorpio that's happening. That's about releasing not Scorpio, in Sagittarius. That's about releasing and letting something go, and then. Or Gemini. I've lost track now. And then there's another eclipse on the 14th, and I literally can't keep track in my head of everything that's going on. We're going to blame on Mercury retrograde, which happened today on the 18th. So we've been in shadow. And so there is a lot happening there. So it's about emotions. It's about listening with all of your senses. Well, Mercury's in retrograde until the 12th, but actually it's still in shadow until the end of Cancer season. So listening with all of your senses, using your intuition to help you navigate, and understanding that not everybody's going to receive everything you're saying the way you're trying to say it. And that becomes really important because you have the King of Swords, which is mental clarity. And so while you might be feeling very mentally clear about a situation, people may not be understanding what you're trying to communicate. So communicating with as much clarity as possible. And look at this. We also have the Emperor. So that's like 2 Kings of Swords and the King of Cups and the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles all showing up at once. So this is some powerful energy for you to help you through this month of transformation. So I'm dying to see what we have. Let's get into it. All right, so before I forget, please hit the thumbs up button. It tells me that you appreciate my time and my energy. And the oh my gosh, I can't even talk. Ooh, this is getting bad all of a sudden. Okay, so what I would like to say is if you will leave me a comment or an emoji so that I have your name, I will put you in my book of names so that when I'm channeling messages, they're more likely to be something that resonates for you. But also, for the mid-month of Cancer season, when I do my reading in 2 weeks, I am going to pull at the end of each video a 1-card reading for people who leave me messages on this one and also on the bi-weekly that will be coming out on Monday. And so I will pull 1 card. So if you put in for your Sun, your Moon, and your Rising by leaving your name in each of those videos, that is 6 opportunities for you to get a reading, a 1-card pull for you at the end of those different videos. So the Emperor says, I lead the circumstances in my world with confidence, harmony, and generosity. Oh, I love this because confidence would be the King of Wands energy. Harmony would be the King of Cups energy. Generosity would be the King of of Pentacles energy, and you have the King of Swords that says, I make intelligent and wise decisions about my future. So the clarity of vision. So really doubling down on this clarity of vision, but being confident and in harmony and generous of spirit and nature as you're making decisions. So there's a lot of decision making for this transformation energy that you have going on. That is stunning, actually. Okay, let's just see. I need to get these out of the way. Let's just see what we get here. So I'm going to do the 9-card spread. This hopped in my hand. I'm putting it back in the deck, but it says chop wood. So when you are waiting on something, when you're feeling impatient, kind of like when you're waiting for Santa Claus to come. Chop wood, haul water, right? Chop wood, haul water. It is do the day-to-day task. It helps to occupy your mind, and it also sometimes doing day-to-day tasks will actually free up your mind to allow you to think about what it is that you're trying to do. So that might be one way that you find that clarity, but it's about being productive with your time while you're waiting for something that you feel like is just never going to get here, or whatever that is. So, okay, whoa, I'm not taking that. Hold on, these cards are jumping big time. You got a lot happening here. Okay, so if you've never been here before, past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. The center card is the key to the situation, and you have time to go. So there is this clarity, this making a decision about harmony and compassion and generosity and clarity. Using your intellect to help you make the decision. It's about a situation that in your heart space you are letting go of, and it's time to move forward. Really? Wow. That sucks. Okay. Wow. I just want to point out to you that this is about a big transformation. You are being sloshed around. I saw that. Lots of changes coming from the chaos. Just know that spirit, how do I put this? Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. I really want you to hang on to that. I want you to understand and step into your Emperor energy and work with Emperor. Also, sometimes I just heard, I was reminded of, is the spirit guides. They got your back. So while you are making these decisions with wisdom and integrity, you are being supported. It is time to go, because there is a situation that is not for you. It's not for you. Okay? It's just not. So, being willing to let it go doesn't mean that it'll be easy for you. Alright, so here you are, this exchanging gifts, which to me always feels like the Six of Pentacles energy of I give, you give, and you've been thinking about this, and there's a situation that's felt a little out of balance where you've not been receiving what you've been giving. You've been not receiving in the way that makes you feel, the way that you need to feel when you are receiving something. So we all have our love languages, but this applies to like business or whatever, right? So but I have a feeling this is more about a relationship. So when what we need, other people can't necessarily give. And so we have to be open and honest with ourselves about what our needs are, and making sure that we are not giving more than we are receiving. And sometimes we give what we want, but we don't necessarily get it back. So what's going to create the transformation is you have a message in the bottle. Okay, so this could be information coming to you in the written form. It could also be coming through meditation from Spirit. Where is this message coming from? Okay. Okay. Wow. No. I think that this is a love situation, and it's not going to go the way you would really like it to. We have the Lover's card, but we have that come out with the Ten of Swords. The first two cards that came out was the Three of Wands. This is about choosing you and what's the best path for you. We have the Eight of Wands, which is like rapid communication to me, back and forth, lots of communication. Again, I want to remind you that it is Mercury in retrograde, and so you do need to be listening with all of your senses, and if you need clarification on something, be sure to ask for it. But this looks to me like the end of a situation. It's not for you. You have a leg up. This is the protective energy of spirit, and there you are, the little bear cub climbing up on back. You are protected, and you are being guided through this. Open yourself up to the divine inspiration and guidance. Look at this. He is way up above the clouds, and lots of energy up there of spirit coming in. And so be open to allowing the information and the guidance being very clear, but knowing that spirit has your back. Things are not happening to you. They're happening for you. They're moving you in another direction. And it's a direction that you haven't really necessarily wanted to move in because you have flexible. And so there's a situation where maybe you've been very flexible, but it doesn't seem like it's helping. Or you should have been more flexible and it was really hard for you. But there's been a lot of doubts about the flexibility question in regards to the space in your heart. Like, how much can I stretch my heart out when I'm not receiving anything, and how much can I give out? What do I need to keep, for a heart to pump? It needs to be flexible. But that means it's taking in blood as it's giving it out, and if it's not receiving the blood and it keeps giving it out, it becomes less and less flexible. And I feel like this is a situation where there's been a lot of overgiving. But look at this. This is beautiful. In your heart space, you have new life coming. It is an egg cracking open. Right? You have to work hard sometimes. The birds have to peck, 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 peck to get out. But then new life, new opportunity. The obstacle has been going the distance. There is a situation. It really feels like it's just not going to go the distance. And you really wanted it to, but in your heart, you know. It's time to go. And look, I know. Look at that. That's pretty hot. That makes that really hard. So what can you do? Do it by the book. Stand in your integrity, step by step by step, being as clear, being as honest, being as truthful as you can, but you're going to feel like you're alone. And I want to remind you, you are not being orphaned. You are not being orphaned. Spirit has you, and this is a new opportunity and a new life for you. Spirit has you. Wow, this is a tough read, and I'm really sorry. I need a little more light. The light is changing. Okay, Sagittarius, I feel so much pain in my heart chakra, and so I want to invite you to do a little self-Reiki for yourself when you feel that way, where you place the left hand on your heart, the right hand on your sacral chakra, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and I think this is where you need to receive more than give, and so this would be breathing in on the count of 5 and releasing on the count of 3, or if you want to make it more balanced, just go 3 and 3 or 5 and 5. But this is about receiving from spirit, receiving and feeling loved and nurtured. Okay, they just told me to read you what the Ten of Swords card says. Again, I love this deck for so many reasons. The Ten of Swords card, I love the message, and so, alright, let's do it. Let's do it. So, it says, I am healing every day. I am healing every day. When you get up in the morning and you're feeling like this, I am healing every day. If this is not the reading for you, be sure to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. This is definitely a love reading, and some of you, that might not be what's going on in your life at all, and everything is fine. It could be a job. Of course, it could be a job that's ending where you poured yourself into it, and you just know in your heart it's time to go, and there's a new opportunity, but you know, it's hard to leave behind and change the family and the friends and everything. This Lovers card here often depicts also a choice that needs to be made that will affect the people in your life that you care the most about. And so it could be something like that. And this could be, of course, all the emails back and forth to get a new job. And this could be having opportunities and options about where it is that you're going next. And so this would be completing the cycle at work by fulfilling the agreements of the contracts that you made, you know, but I still think you're going to end up feeling left out in the cold. So we have here, protect the fruits of your labor and prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. The Nine of Spring and the Prince of Winter, seek out intellectual solutions to your problems. You need to act quickly, decisively, sudden or unexpected changes. Now this feels more like career than relationship, for sure. So if for you this, oh look, it's the bear. It's the bear. And look, there's a little baby climbing up there, but then the knight comes through and he's a little bit older and bigger and he's able to handle things. So Spirit's got you, and look, Spirit's riding on your back when you're making these changes here. And so you are being protected and guided through this change process. Using your intellect is going to be how you navigate through this. A lot of times I'm like, oh, follow your heart. But I think there's a lot of intellectual necessity for clarity of vision of what it is that you desire as an outcome. And so by that, I don't mean, oh, I want to be with this person forever, or I want, you know, this career forever. Be open to being flexible to what it is that you really want as a job where you excel, where you love going to work, where you're in a relationship where you are receiving what you are giving. In a relationship with anybody, groups of friends, people, your loved ones in your family, your relationships at work. It's about what it is that you actually get that makes you feel like it's a new life in the heart space. But it feels like there's going to be some brutal information having to come through, and you're going to have to make some hard choices. Show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. So when you are feeling down, go do something nice for somebody. It will lift your spirit. And also show simple acts of kindness to yourself. Have compassion for yourself through this process. It does not look like it'll be easy. Okay. So the number 6 card, which is the Lover's card, right? The number 6 on here says, looking at the underbelly. Be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project that you're working on could use some fine-tuning. Where was that chop wood? Oh, I think that was just a card that popped up. And so, again, buy the book, chopping wood, doing the day-to-day activities. We have breakthrough to a new dimension. A new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst through into your consciousness. It's a big old whale that's breaching. And this is the underbelly of a whale. And this is gliding through currents. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease, going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. There's a lot of work here that's going to be mental. It's being organized, right? Breaking down a situation. It's like, how can I bring my ideas to fruition? Because you are about to do something amazing. Whatever you're leaving behind, it's not for you for a reason. Because something so much better is on the other side. And I know that there is going to be this period of mourning a loss of something. A community. A person, a relationship. You know, when we go through a breakup, so if you've recently experienced a divorce, or because it feels like you're healing now. You know it's time to go. You knew it wasn't for you. So I feel like whatever this is, I don't think it's going to be a surprise. I think you know what it is, that it's already in process of dissolving, because in your heart you know it's time to go. You know. And so being willing to let yourself move forward, and I am healing every day. I am healing every day. Allow yourself to heal. It feels very much like it sort of already happened. And this is just the acceptance. Oh, look, this is a 6 also. It is just the acceptance of the situation as, okay, it wasn't for me. Because there's something new, really beautiful on the horizon. I am receiving divine inspiration every day. Oh, right now. I am receiving divine inspiration right now. I am receiving divine inspiration right now. You're being divinely guided through this process. So take a deep breath and allow the healing to come in. And I know that you're either feeling left out in the cold, or you're feeling like you're leaving someone out in the cold. Because this isn't in the area of the heart. This is in the area of action. So it could be that you're leaving someone behind because they just weren't for you. That does not mean that it's easy. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to heal, because you do. And as a general rule of thumb, I've been saying this a lot today, so it's this eclipse energy that's shifting everything. It's generally 1 month per year of a relationship to work your way through it. So if you were married for 15 years, it'll take 15 months. So what's that, like a year and a half to really catch your breath again. So it kind of works like that. All right, you guys take care. This looks like you've already made the decision, or you're well underway of doing it. And so now it's a matter of reorganizing how you run your life, what steps are next, but you are being divinely guided and protected. And I know you know in your heart the situation wasn't for you. So you'll be okay. You will. All right. Leave me a comment so you can be in the drawing. And I look forward to chatting with you on Monday when the bi-weeklies come out. You guys take care. Have a good month. Heal yourself. I am healing every day. I am receiving divine inspiration right now. Okay? You take care. We'll talk soon.